Hi, this is the second installment of the Real Person Guide to Losing Weight. And I call it the Real Person Guide to Losing Weight because these are tips that have helped me, a real person who was 310 pounds, size 28, get down to a size 12, size 10 in some clothes, and I've been able to stick with it for over a year and seeing real weight change, and it's easy to maintain. So that's why I call it a real person guide, not some psycho person who wants you to run for 2 hours on the treadmill at a speed of 7, or the crazy person who wants you to drink shakes for every meal except for one meal of the day. No, real person tips that you can stick to and maintain. So, one of the most common questions that I get is, how have I been able to stick to my daily calories and get rid of, the urge to eat foods I shouldn't eat? When I say stick to the daily calorie, of course, you already saw the first video, and you have already on your own figured out what your daily calorie intake per day should be. You've been working on it, you're used to it, and now you just want to find some things to help you stick to it or make little modifications to it so that you can possibly eat more foods and find something to substitute this one food that's taking up a large chunk of your calories. Find something else to substitute it with. And so here are some quick tips. um Number one, if you are a potato chip person and you're sitting there adding in potato chips to, your calories because you just ate a bag of Lay's, and, that's a nice chunk of your daily calories per day, and you want something to substitute that, I suggest the Special K chips. You can find them in the Cracker Owl. I know, weird. They're chips, but they're in the Cracker Owl. Anyway, they're in your Cracker Owl at your grocery store. You can eat 27 of them, and it's only 110 calories, and they taste amazing. So instead of grabbing that small bag of chips, and we know now that bag is mostly air, and when you eat the chips out of there, you still, weren't that satisfied anyway, and you just took in a whole bunch of calories for nothing. Go for the Special K chips. You won't, if you've been also sticking to, as I told you, to eat 5-6 small meals a day, more than likely this snack is just coming in between a meal, and it's just, holding you over and giving your body something to munch on, and you're good. You don't need that whole box. If you're a chocolate sweet person, I say, put down that Snickers, which is 300 calories. That's taking a big chunk of, your calories, and you're eating that as a snack. Instead of eating that, substitute it for a Fiber One brownie. Though brownies are amazing, for some reason, most grocery stores are putting them in like their little breakfast out near like the little granola bars and stuff like that. That's where you'll find those. One of those bars are only 90 calories, so it's a good, if you were looking for a dessert with your dinner, nice little simple brownie, 90 calories instead of that Snicker, and it frees up more of your calories per day that you can choose to fill with food, or you just created a bigger deficit depending what your deficit was. Like if you are just on a 500 calorie a day deficit instead of 1,000, well, now you're getting closer to the 1,000 if you choose not to fill it in. They also have the 100 calorie cookies, which a pack of those really good as a dessert. If it's one of your in between snacks, it'll do you well, and then you don't feel as if you're missing that candy bar. You don't really feel it, or that piece of cake or whatever. You're not really feeling it, that urge to eat one of those, because you found other substitutes for it. The other substitute that I made, and I think is one of my favorite substitutes, is fish and turkey. I cut out a lot of my red meat, even though I do still have a steak every now and then. I add in the calories, but we all know red meat, like steak, has more calories than fish, chicken, or turkey. And I tend to eat more fish and turkey now than I did before. Um, Not only does it have, less calories, because it has less calories, you can eat more of it and just, feel a lot fuller than if you just had that little 4 ounce petite filet mignon. You just had, maybe 6 ounces, 8 ounces of tilapia, which is still less calories than that steak, and you had more of it. Yes, I love tilapia. So switch to fish alternatives. Now, don't go deep frying it. Don't fry the catfish. Don't fry the tilapia. You're just adding all the fat and calories back in. Get you a little George Foreman grill, or you can just pan sear it. Pan sear is just like, use just very little olive oil just to, sear it in the pan and get it a little texture to it, and it's not adding all the calories. If you're a burger person, turkey burgers are amazing. You can't really taste the difference. I'm telling you, I love turkey burgers. I thought it was going to be weird, but it wasn't weird at all. I switched to eating turkey burgers. Tastes just like a burger. I get my burger craving, and I still feel as if I'm eating regular food and still eating, like Wendy's or something like that. And my turkey burger patty is thicker than that Wendy's patties, and it's less calories. So little things like that. You can still get, the satisfaction that you would have gotten if you had the Wendy's burger or the Snicker bar or the steak, but you just switched it to another source that was less calories, and it makes it easier to stick with. So little changes like that. Also, my last and final tip on how to, stay within your calories is to stay busy. That's the one of the big things, because most of the time when people eat, we're not eating because we're hungry. We're not eating because we're starving or anything like that. We're eating because we're bored. We all know, we've been there, where you were just sitting on the couch watching TV and you decided, let me go in the kitchen, get some chips, get something to snack on, when you weren't even hungry. A lot of people say in no cases eat fruit. That is good. You can eat fruit. Fruit still does have calories, though. A lot of people don't realize that they're small, but there's still calories. You want to take them in consideration, too. Or you can just stay busy. In addition to staying, busy and not munching on food all day, you're burning extra calories, You burn more calories if you were redecorating your house for 30 minutes versus sitting on the couch watching TV eating grapes for 30 minutes. So just find little things to stay busy, and you'll find yourself eating less with just those little changes there. Burn more extra calories, and you eat less food, and you're not thinking about eating food. So those are little tips on things to change and substitute with your diet that will help you stick with it and lose weight in a safe, healthy way.